All right, guys. So another game, another match preview for you about the Brentford game, which kicks off at what time is it? Is it 8 o'clock Saturday night? Let's hope we have another consistency again. Sorry about the I know you probably don't care, but I just don't know what style to go for anymore, so I'm just letting it grow out for a little bit. But back to football. Yeah, I've got a summary of what Slot spoke about in his press conference, and then I'll give you my starting 11, score predictions, and I want yours as well in the comments below, guys. So as well, hit the like button and subscribe if you do like this video and want to keep up with all the latest Liverpool news. Right, let's get into it. So, Slot's press conference summary. Frimpong's expected to be out for a while, guys. You know, when he pulled up the other day, it looked like his hammy straight away, and they can take anything from like 4 to 6 weeks to even longer, depending on the severity of it. But Slot just said that he's out for a bit. Alisson is also expected to be out for longer, which, you know, maybe this is a topic for another show, but this is something that we mentioned, I think it might have been in the build-up to the summer transfer window, where we said, you know, as good as Alisson is it time to, you know, cash in on him? Because this is the third season in a row now where he's picked up quite a significant injury and he's going to miss a fair bit of time. So, you know, it's good that we've got Mamadashvili, give him a bit of time to get, you know, accumulated to the Premier League and stuff like that. If it were Kelleher, I don't think any of us would be as bothered because he was like the best number 2 in probably world football, in all fairness. So, yeah, I guess it's good for Mamadashvili to get a little bit more used to how we play. And in all fairness to him, I don't think he's really put a foot wrong, has he? So, can't really argue with that. Isak and Gravenberch are both question marks for the weekend. We'll address that when we come to the starting 11. On Wirtz, he praised him for his general game and creativity despite focusing on the negatives after losses. On his best 11, he said it depends on opponents, form, connections, adaptation still going onwards after summer changes, which I understand to a certain extent, but there does come a point where you have to be like, right, this is my starting 11 that's going to win me the game, and I just need to start with getting some points on the board. So, but I do understand to a certain extent. But to me, that sounds like he kind of fully expected this season not to go as well as last year. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how you feel about that. On the negativity, he says the team still controls games and creates more chances. The main issue is conceding too often. Well, yeah. But if you know that that's the problem, then try and sort it out. Stop doing the same thing that you are doing. Put new personnel in there. Try something, which you did against Frankfurt. But again, we still conceded early. We still looked like we were very vulnerable until we started banging goals in. Try something new. That's all I want to say regarding the defence. Regarding Salah, he said he's not worried and says he'll start scoring again as the new connections develop. Obviously, regarding to the right-back situation, the midfield, Wirtz, Ekatike, Isak, so on and so forth, right? Which, again, does make sense. But we played better against Frankfurt without Salah in the team. With players that have never played with each other until this season. Again, I'm not bashing Salah, still goes down as a Liverpool legend for me, but I'll keep probably saying this, even if he comes back and scores 50 goals this season, Liverpool need to start maturing past relying on Mo Salah being in the team. They just do, guys. You know, with his age anyway, there has to come a point where we have to just slowly phase him out and move on. And, you know, when he gets to summer, his contract's got 1 year left, so I could probably see him going in the summer, in all fairness, if it kind of stays like this. So let's just wait and see. And then lastly, regarding Kerkez, he praises his energy, which I don't think anyone else basically says anything bad about. And the 1v1 defending, says sometimes that playing Milos would have been the better option when Gakpo came inside. But yeah, he I feel like Robbo is the mainstay for left back right now. So I've mentioned this on the live streams. Maybe Kerkez, if he'd have come in under Klopp, we wouldn't have seen him for a bit. Who knows? But again, I can't remember what was it who mentioned it. Was it Doug from the Dugout podcast mentioning like that, you know, Kerkez was the best. No, I don't think it was Doug. Was it Mighty Reds? I can't remember. It was one of you two guys. I'm sorry. I do apologise. Basically, one of you two mentioned how Kirkez was the best bombing forward win back in the league last year, and now he's come to Liverpool. He's been asked to be a bit more conservative and be a bit more sat back type thing, which doesn't make much sense really, does it? If you think about it, like, you bought a player who was good at one thing, and now you're asking him to do something completely not different. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It'd be like buying Messi and putting him in net. Do you know what I mean? Well, maybe not as thing is that, but you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, anyway, as we go into this game, Liverpool obviously 4th in the league, 4 points behind top. I think Arsenal play Palace, so you know they've got a bit of a tough game on their hands there, because Palace are a decent side in all fairness. So you know they've got our number anyway, so maybe they can help us out there with the old Arsenal. Brentford form, they're coming in off the back of 2 victories, 2 losses and a draw. Liverpool coming in off the back of 4 defeats and a win. So they're obviously in better form than us. They also have as well a fair few people who are ex-Liverpool players, like Kelleher's their number 1 goalkeeper. They've got Carvalho, Jordan Henderson, so on and so forth, that used to play for Liverpool. So we'll have to just wait and see. I mean, I hope Kelleher don't have a blinder against us. I really do. We'll have to see what he does. Right, so I've got the formation here. I think it was a 4-2-2-2. I didn't say many twos there, did I? Don't know. Anyway, this is my starting 11 for the game against Brentford, guys. So we would go with, obviously, Mamadashvili. Bradley comes in for Frimpong. Kanate, Van Dijk. Robbo keeps his position. There's no reason why he shouldn't. Szoboszlai keeps his position as well. I'm going to cough again. And I think Ryan Gravenberch, for me, if he's fit, he comes straight back into the team. He's one of the first names on the team sheet for any game for Liverpool. You know, last year was the best number 6 in the world, in all fairness. You know, with Rodrigo being injured. Or not Rodrigo, sorry, Rodri being injured. If he's not fit, put Jones back in. Szoboszlai and Jones didn't put a foot wrong against Frankfurt, so Jones deserves another chance if Gravenberch is unable to play. The next 2, obviously Wirtz will come in and play where he played against Frankfurt. Now, Chiesa and Gakpo, I was umming and ahhing about changing them around. Like, does Gakpo keep his original position, put Chiesa up front with Ekitike? But I would kind of like to see Gakpo playing in this position here. And then he could potentially either pop out wide and Wirtz comes in the middle, or maybe even Gakpo drops a little bit deeper into this opening space here. Do you know what I mean? Just to help with the flow of ball towards Ekitike. I think Chiesa could do that, but I think Gakpo is a little bit better in close spaces, and Wirtz obviously is as well. And then obviously the main man, Ekitike, is up front with Gakpo. Now, I can't really think of any other changes I'd make to this team, guys. Like, I don't want to change it too much. I want us to start getting a bit of consistency, getting that winning record back again. You know, closing the door down on Arsenal for a little bit as well with the gap they've already got on us. But I actually really like that team, to be fair, and I like that formation in all fairness. But yeah, anyway, let me know down below, guys. What do you think about this starting 11? Any changes you would make yourself to that 11 that I've just picked there? Score predictions as well from you guys. I'm going to go with, again, I hate to say this, I don't think Liverpool are going to keep a clean sheet yet again. I said this for the Frankfurt game. I think Liverpool win 3-1. 3-1. That's what I think is going to happen this weekend. Ekitike will get on the score sheet, and I'm hoping that Wirtz either gets another assist or scores himself. But anyway, guys, let me know down below what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one.